Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2.
Playing third base, number 12, Tyler Prescott. Playing third base, number 21, Peyton Clark. Catching today is number 18, Jody McKinnon. And playing right field, number 13, Dakota Stout. The head coach of Prescott later on.
Test 1, 2.
Low, start us off.
right, we're about to get started here. Camden Fairview versus the Prescott Curly Wolves. We are in Prescott this afternoon. A lot of wind out here this evening. Blowing out to right center Camden Fairview coming off a win last night versus Smackover. They're going to try to get something going here again this evening. Number 15, Marketrick Mixon on the mound for the Curly Wolves. Getting his warm-up pitches in. Gonna lead off again tonight for the Cardinals. Number 4, Dason Conley. He'll be playing center field. All right, Dason Conley to the plate to lead it off for the Cardinals. Mixon's got his sign. He winds, kicks, delivers. That pitch comes in a little low. 4-1. That pitch to Dason Conley in for a strike runs the count to 1 strike. And Conley swings, hits that one back up the middle through Mixon's legs. And Conley's going to run that one out. Good job there by Dason Conley to run that pitch out. Went through the legs of the pitcher and fielded by the shortstop. The throw over not in time, and Conley beats it out. So Dason Conley on first base brings Zach Moorhead to the plate. And swinging on the first pitch, he fouls it back into the screen for strike one. Conley running on that pitch. Moorhead, 7 hits this year with a .692 batting average. So he stands in no balls, 1 strike. Conley again takes off. Zach squares the bunt. The ball gets away from the catcher, and he's going to be down to second base without a problem. Two strikes on Moorhead. Swings through that one and fouls it back. One ball, 2 strikes is the count. And Moorhead swings at that one, striking out. That was going to be ball 2. And Moorhead couldn't lay off of it, a little high, a little outside, and he goes down for the first out of the inning. Going to bring Mariuzzi to the plate for the Cardinals. He has 4 hits on the year, stands in batting .583. One ball, no strikes to Mariuzzi. And that pitch outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Mari fouls that one back into the net. Pitch to Utzi, in for a strike. That pitch a curveball. Mariuzzi hits it over to second base. Fumbled by second baseman. He throws over, and I don't. Looks like he was called out. So 2 outs brings Drew Bostic to the plate. Dason Conley moves over to third base. Drew batting .583, 4 hits on the year, 7 RBIs. So Drew looking to add another RBI to that list. He's got 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Dason Conley standing at third base. That pitch hit up the middle. It's going to be a base hit for Drew Bostic. He drives Dason Conley home with a hard hit single up the middle to score the first run for the Cardinals. Peyton Schroeder standing in now. That pitch off speed, looked like a curve. It stays outside for ball 1. And that pitch on the outside edge, just outside the strike zone. Count goes to 2 balls, no strikes. Sun was out earlier and it was hot. Clouds are starting to roll in here and calling for a little rain this evening. I think we'll get this one in before the rain starts. Pitch to Schroeder down the pipe for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Drew Bostic on first base. 2 outs. Camden Fairview has 1 across here in the top half of the first inning. Pitch from is driven up the middle. Drew Bostic over to second. Peyton Schroeder singles up the middle into shallow center field. And Michael Betts to the plate now for the Cardinals. Schroeder's going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Michael Betts batting .455 with 3 hits on the year. Let's check his RBIs here. Michael yet to drive in a run for the Cardinals, but he's got his chance now. Drew Bostic in scoring position. Quentin Browning comes in to run for Schroeder. That ball, nice job by the catcher to slide over and keep that one in front of him. Keeps the Cardinal runners at their respective bases. 1 ball, no strikes to Michael Betts. Mixon throws the pitch down the middle for a strike. Runs the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. And that pitch, curveball, sees the strike zone. That's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first inning, Camden Fairview leads it 1-0. And that pitch in the dirt and bounces around behind the plate. Catcher able to come up with it. Again, keep the Cardinal runners in their respective bases. And that pitch low is going to run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. All right, runners at first and second for the Cardinals. 3-2 count, payoff pitch on its way from Mixon. The runners are going, and that ball in the dirt, and everybody's going to move over a base. Michael Betts goes down to first on a walk. Matthew Reynolds now steps up. All right, bases loaded for Matthew Reynolds. 2 outs. We've got 1 runner across. We're in the top of the first inning. Mixon throws that one right down the pipe for strike 1. Reynolds taking all the way there. Going to make Mixon throw him a strike to get things going. That pitch in for a strike. So Matthew Reynolds down 0-2. Protecting the plate. Got to shorten up, be quick here on the swing. Fighting anything off that he can. He swings at that one, hits it to third base. Third baseman catches it off the hop, runs over, touches third, and that'll do it for the Cardinals in the top of the first inning. They leave 3. They get 1 across, and we're heading to Prescott's half of the first inning. Camden Fairview leads at 1. All right, Peyton Schroeder on the mound. Ben McKinney behind the plate for the Cardinals tonight. Peyton Schroeder, 6 innings pitched this year, 2.6 ERA, 8 walks through 5 1/3. First pitch is swung on, hit to Michael Betts over at third. He fields it across the diamond and gets the out. That was Spencer Hubbard. The catcher is Wes Harper. He's up next for the Curly Wolves. First pitch to Wes Harper, in for a strike. All right, Peyton Schroeder. He's got what he likes. He kicks, delivers, and that ball is swung on and hit into left field. And Zach Moorhead under it for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down. Going to bring Keegan Simmons to the plate for Prescott. Camden Fairview leading 1-0. All right, Peyton's got his sign. He kicks, delivers that ball again, swinging on the first pitch, coming in, and Conley just couldn't get to it. Hit into short left center field. Conley comes in, gives chase, just not quick enough to get there, and that ball falls in for a base hit. Going to bring the pitcher Mixon to the plate. So Prescott trying to get something going here. They've got a runner in Keegan Simmons at first base. First pitch is checked and in for a strike. Mixon couldn't decide if he wanted to swing at it or not. Kind of half-heartedly swung at it. It was a strike anyway, and goes down on the books as a strike. No balls, one strike, 2 outs. Schroeder's got what he likes. He looks over at first. He's going to throw the pitch in. Comes in a little high, breaking ball. Just didn't fall down in the zone. Schroeder peeks over. He's got his sign. He's looking over at first. He's going to kick, deliver, and that pitch inside. Schroeder with 2 quick outs now. 2 balls, 1 strike to the Curly Wolves pitcher Mixon. And that pitch swung and hit into right field, but it's going to be foul. Hits over near the foul pole. Runs the count full of 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, Schroeder, 2-2 count. He is going to concentrate on this batter here. He kicks, delivers, and that swung and missed for strike 3, and the Cardinals get out of the inning. Prescott going to leave one stranded at first. They get nobody across. Camden Fairview coming up to bat, top of the 2nd inning, leading 1-0. All right, leading off for the Camden Fairview Cardinals here in the 2nd inning, going to be your second baseman, senior Max Bradshaw. Bradshaw going to try to get something going for the Cardinals here to start off the 2nd inning. First pitch to Bradshaw, curveball comes up short. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch from Mixon. Swings, and Bradshaw hits that one to second base. Second baseman having a little trouble with it, Max. Man, it looked like he beat that one out. But umpire calls him out on first base. Second baseman had a little trouble with it, kind of bobbled it, throw over just in time, according to the first base umpire for the first out of the inning. Going to bring senior Ben McKinney to the plate for the Cardinals. Ben behind the plate for the Cardinals today. First pitch to McKinney, that one's in the dirt. Bounces away from the catcher. Umpire picks it up, gets it back to the pitcher. We've got no balls, 1 strike count to Ben McKinney. And that pitch in for a strike, off speed. All right, Mixon kicks, delivers. That one starts inside and stayed inside. It looked like it was going to curve in, find the strike zone, but stayed inside tight. 2 balls. That pitch in for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, or 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count to McKinney. And that pitch low, and McKinney dives down to get it and doesn't come up with it, and that is out number 2. Dason Conley back to the plate. Two outs. Camden Fairview trying to get something started. They had 2 outs to get it started last inning and ended up getting 1 across but leaving the bases loaded. That pitch comes in for strike 1. Curveball finds the outside corner. Mixon's got what he wants. He kicks, delivers again, same pitch, and just a little outside, runs the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch misses down. Mixon kicks, delivers, and that pitch, that same spot with that curve, misses again. 3 balls, 1 strike. Dason Conley trying to get on base here for the Cardinals. And that one inside. Conley's going to get a free trip to first base. And Zach Moorhead back to the plate. Zach Moorhead stands in, and he swings at the first pitch, hits that one high in the air to center field, and Prescott's under it, or center fielder under it, makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Camden Fairview going to leave 1. They're getting nobody across. We're headed to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Camden Fairview still leads at 1. leading off for Prescott here in the bottom of the second inning, number 13, Rhett Bullinger, the second baseman for the Curly Wolves. Peyton Schroeder looks in. He's got the sign he wants. Kicks, delivers, and swung and fouled over the right side. Out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Peyton Schroeder shakes off that sign. He's going to back off and step off the rubber. McKinney going to run out and have a conversation there with Schroeder. Get on the same page with the pitches. Rhett Bullinger, the batter for the Prescott Curly Wolves. Started to say Smackover. That was last night. Kicks, delivers, swing and a miss. And for the first out of the inning, Bullinger goes down swinging. Jaden Pirtle now, the left fielder for the Curly Wolves, stepping to the plate. Schroeder looks in. He's got what he wants. 1 out. First pitch in. Comes in just a little low. A 1 ball, no strikes. To Pirtle. All right, Peyton agrees with the pitch, and he's going to kick, deliver, and that one comes in a little high. Evens the count up. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've got 1 out. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the second. Second batter up of the inning for Prescott. And swing and a miss for strike number 2. I'm sorry, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. Schroeder's got the sign he's looking for. He's going to kick, deliver. That one swung outside, fouled down the first base side, just on the other side of the base, fielded over there by Matthew Reynolds, and that's going to run the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, Schroeder digs in. He's going to make the pitch. Swung, popped up on the right field side. Max Bradshaw going out, but called off by the right fielder, Mariuzzi. He's under it for the catch and the out. And that's the second out of the inning. Dalton Stockton coming to the plate. Third baseman for the Curly Wolves. Schroeder likes the sign. He kicks, delivers, swung, and that's going to be hit up to shortstop Jack Jeffers. Fields it. He throws over, and he's got the out. And Prescott sends 3 up. Cardinals put 3 down. We're going to the top of the third inning. Camden Fairview leads it 1-0. All right, leading off for the Cardinals in the top of the third, Mari Utze. Utze went down on strikes, his first at bat, swinging at the first pitch, fouls it back. All right, Utze stands in. Mixon's got his sign. He wheels, kicks, delivers, and Mari pulls that one up off the ground. That's in the gap between first and second. That's going to be a base hit into right field to lead it off for the Cardinals here in the top of the third inning. Drew Bostic to the plate now. Drew singled, had an RBI there in the first inning, his first at bat. So Drew coming back to the plate, trying to keep it going here for the Cardinals. Drew chases one low for strike one. Curveball, bottom dropped out of it. Drew couldn't lay off of it. No balls, one strike. That pitch inside. They're going to throw back down. Utze had a big lead off of first base, and the catcher throws down, brings Mari back over, not in time. Going to let Utze know he's watching him. That pitch is hit at the middle and falls for another base hit for Drew Bostic. Runners at first and second now for Peyton Schroeder. Schroeder singled up the middle his last at bat. So Schroeder wanting to trade spots out there with Mari Utze. Schroeder stands in. Mixon has his sign. He looks back. Got his eye on Utze. Nobody holding him on. He's going to wheel, kick, deliver that pitch in for a strike on the outside edge of the plate. Drew Bostic's got his lead. Utze's got his lead. Schroeder pops it up short center field, but that's going to fall, and everybody's going to be safe. So Schroeder pops one up into shallow left field, and nobody could decide who wanted to catch it. And it falls for another base hit for the Cardinals. Quentin Browning going to come on as the courtesy runner for Peyton Schroeder. And Camden Fairview once again with the bases loaded. This time nobody's out, and Michael Betts comes to the plate. Betts went to first on a freebie, his last at bat in the first inning. First pitch to Betts in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Nice job by the catcher to keep it in front of him. He throws it back to the pitcher, and it rolls in over to second base, but it's picked up and quickly got back to the pitcher. All right, Mixon not even looking at the batters. He's trying, or the runners. He's trying to concentrate on the guy at the plate, and that pitch falls low and inside for ball two. And that one way outside. Michael Betts looking at a 3-0 count. I think he's going to be taken all the way here. All right, here comes the 3-0 pitch from Mixon. That one called strike one. And Betts going to stand in now. Mixon working quick on the mound. That pitch is swung and drove up the middle. That's going to be another base hit. Mari Utze comes across to score. Drew Bostic stopping at third, and Michael Betts with an RBI single here in the third inning. Matthew Reynolds back to the dish for the Cardinals. Matthew again standing in with the bases loaded. No outs here. Top of the third inning. Cardinals have one run across. Here's the delivery. Matt swings at the first pitch. He lines that one into left field. and gets one across, and Quentin Browning slides in head first for the second run. So 2 runs come across there on the single from Matthew Reynolds. Max Bradshaw now back to the plate. He grounded out here he started off the second inning, led off for the Cardinals in the second inning, and grounded out. So Max going to try to get something going here. He's got runners at first and second, no outs. Camden Fairview leads it 4-0 now. Max squares to bunt. He lays down a bunt. Nice looking bunt, and Max is going to beat it out, and that's going to load the bases. No throw, nobody covering first, and no throw. So Max Bradshaw bunts his way aboard and loads the bases now for Ben McKinney. Ben McKinney struck out his first trip to the plate. So again, Ben stands in. He's got the bases loaded, no outs. Base hit here, scores a 1 or 2 for the Cardinals. Ben needs to put the bat on the ball. That pitch is low in the dirt, and that is ball 1. This pitch to McKinney again, low and inside. Catcher keeps it in front of him. Ben puts the stop sign on for Michael Betts over there on third base. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. We are in the top of the third inning. And that pitch, again, inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Ben going to make him throw him a strike, and that pitch in for a strike. It looked a little high. Ben McKinney thought it was ball 4. He took a couple of steps towards first base, but he is back in the box. 3-1 count. No outs, bases loaded. And that pitch inside, and McKinney's going to walk down to first. That's going to score Michael Betts from third base, and we're going to be back to the leadoff spot with Dason Conley. Time called, and we're going to get a trip to the mound from the Prescott coach. Catcher Russ Harper walks out to the mound now. All the infielders are coming up and slow walking. I believe we're going to have a pitching change, looks like, for the Curly Wolves. Coach takes the ball from Mixon and hands it to number 1. Looks like that's Dalton Stockton. So Dalton Stockton going to be your new pitcher for the Prescott Curly Wolves, and we're going to take a quick break here while he gets some warm-up pitches in. Camden Fairview leading now 5-0. We're in the top of the third inning with no out. Dason swings at that one and misses, and that evens the count at 1-1. That pitch gets away from the catcher. Nobody going to come home. Matthew Reynolds on third. He stays put. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count to Dason Conley. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count, and Conley hits that one into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. That's going to score Matthew Reynolds, and everybody else holds up where they're at. So single RBI there again. Cardinals getting it done with single, 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 but single, and a base on ball RBI and another single by Dason Conley this inning. So Camden Fairview putting runs on the board any way they can get them. Still no outs in the inning. Zach Moorhead back to the plate, and Zach flew out to center field back in the 2nd inning. Wind again picking up here, blowing out, and Zach Moorhead fouls that one back over the home plate, behind the plate, into the parking lot here at Prescott. A 1-1 count. Stockton has his sign, makes that pitch. It comes in a little high. 2 balls, 1 strike count to Zach Moorhead. Camden Fairview leads now 6-0. We're in the Cardinal half, top of the 3rd inning. And that pitch comes inside. Two-one count. Here's the pitch, and Zach pops that one up. It's in the infield, and Stockton over to make the catch for the first out of the inning. All right, Mariuzzi back to the plate. He led it off for the Cardinals this inning. He led it off with a single, so Mari now stands in with the bases loaded and 1 out. Stockton kicks, delivers, and Mari drives that one to right field, and that one is going to be out of here. There's not going to be any need for Mariuzzi to get in a hurry going around the bases. That is a grand slam by Mariuzzi. He takes that one deep to right field over the fence here at Prescott. Grand slam hit. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night on that one. Mariuzzi comes across the plate, and that is a big hit there by Utzi. All right, Drew Bostic in, and Drew has to defend himself off that one. Drew turns and got the bat in the way, and it was a foul, but that was to keep it from hitting him. And Drew swings at that one high, and he hits that one high in the air to right field, and right fielder gets under it and catches that one for the 2nd out of the inning. One of those high pitches, hard to lay off of, and Drew took a hack at it and just didn't get it far enough. Camden Fairview leads 10-0 now, and Peyton Schroeder stands in. Schroeder, another one of those singles to start this inning off, and that pitch outside for ball 1. And again, outside, ball 2. And Schroeder hits that one to right field, and that's going to be down for a base hit past the diving right fielder, and it bounces off the wall. Schroeder rounds first. He's headed to second, and he's going to pull up there. So Peyton Schroeder, with a nice piece of hitting, gets a double to the fence there. Schroeder, your pitcher, he's going to have Quentin Browning come in to courtesy run for him. Cardinals keeping it going here in their half of the third. Coach Austin May out to talk with the umpire behind the pitcher's mound. Not sure what the discussion was there, but everybody's on the same page. We've got 2 outs. Michael Betts steps back in. Michael had one of those RBI singles already here in the third inning. Stockton kicks, delivers that ball in for a strike. I got a feeling the strike zone's going to start getting a little bit easier to hit here for this Prescott group. Down 10-0 here in the third inning. That pitch is hit again to right field. Michael Betts takes that one way back and not caught. It was all the way to the fence, and Michael Betts is going to be in for a stand-up double as that one bounces off the wall in right center. Quentin Browning comes across to score, and that makes it 11-0. 2 outs in the inning. Matthew Reynolds back up for the Cardinals. Matthew again with one of those singles. He scored 2 runs off of his earlier in the inning. He swings big time at that first pitch for strike 1. And Stockton going to wheel and look towards second base. No throw, nobody really covering second out there. Michael Betts back to the bag and walks off, gets his lead again. Second baseman creeps over now, and Matthew Reynolds fouls that one hot over towards the Prescott dugout. Prescott occupies the third base dugout here at their home field. Cardinals with a 11-0 lead here in the third inning. They've gone all the way through the lineup and working to get through it again. That ball hit, fielded by Mixon over on third, throw across the diamond for the third out. Camden Fairview leads a couple aboard, but they get 6 across here in the top of the third inning, and they lead it 11-0 going to the Curly Wolves half of the third. We'll be back here in just a few Looks like Wes Cornelius. Wes Cornelius, he is playing center field for the Curly Wolves. He stands in. He's got no balls, 2 strikes on him. I am trying to block this wind out of the microphone. I know it's aggravating. That pitch from Schroeder misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind really picking up now. Drop. They're saying they thought it was a drop third strike. It was a foul ball. Umpire says foul ball. So number 3 comes back and he'll try it again. 1 ball, 2 strike count. All right, Schroeder's got his sign. He kicks, delivers, hat comes off. Two the count. Camden Fairview in command here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Schroeder kicks, delivers. That's a off-speed pitch that didn't break over like he wanted it to. Stays high, runs the count full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The leadoff hitter for the Curly Wolves here in the bottom of the 3rd is Wes Cornelius. Payoff pitch coming from Schroeder. Swings and a miss. And Cornelius strikes out for the first out of the inning. One away for the Curly Wolves here, or they've got 1 out. Camden Fairview has 1 away. Stepping in for the Curly Wolves, no, it's not Wes Harper, it's Owen Glass. Owen Glass, your batter. He's your right fielder for the Curly Wolves. Schroeder's got what he wants. Kicks, delivers, and that one low. McKinney traps it in the dirt. And swing and a miss by Glass. 1 ball, 2 strike count. We've got 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Schroeder delivers that one. It's up high. Evens the count up at 2-2. Two pitch on the way. That one runs inside. Another 3-2 count here for Peyton Schroeder. No runners. We've got 1 out. Schroeder's got his sign. He kicks, delivers, and that ball falls away on the outside edge of the plate. And that's going to put Owen Glass on first base. Spencer Hubbard the leadoff man, shortstop for Prescott, back to the plate. He grounded out over to the third base side, his first at bat back in the first inning. Glass with a little bit of a lead over on first. Schrader gives him a look, and first pitch swinging. That's going to be backhanded by Jack Jeffers. Off balance throw, and he throws it over to Max Bradshaw at second for the out. Great play there by Jeffers, deep in the hole. He was on the grass there over towards third base. Great play by the freshman to get the out, and that's going to bring Wes Harper to the plate. Harper flew out over to left field in the first inning, so 2 away. Runner on first base is Hubbard. Again, great play there by Jack Jeffers to go deep in the hole, throw across his body off balance, and get the out at second base. Hubbard swings at the first pitch, fouls it into the wall here behind home plate for strike one. All right, Schroeder's got his sign. He's liking what he sees. He kicks, delivers, and that ball falls in for a strike. Nice pitch by Schroeder. No balls, 1 strike count. The runner on first is Hubbard. He's not getting much of a lead. Schroeder nods his head in agreement with Ben McKinney. And he's going to back off and check the runner over on first. Schroeder with the pitch, and that ball swung and hit to left field. Zach Moorhead gives chase, though, and he catches it out there in left field for the third out of the inning. Prescott's going to leave 1 on the base pads, nobody across, and they go down in the bottom of the third inning. Camden Fairview still leads 11-0. Max Bradshaw leading it off for the Cardinals. That first pitch comes in a little high and outside. Bradshaw swings at that one, drives it over to left field, and just foul. That ball all the way to the wall, but falls just short of the wall and just on the left-hand side of the foul line. So Max Bradshaw back to the dish to do it again with a even 1-1 count. And that pitch to Bradshaw outside. Two balls, one strike. And that pitch low runs the count to 3-1. Here comes a pitch from Stockton. That ball stays high, and Max Bradshaw is going to walk to lead it off for the Cardinals. Ben McKinney to the plate now for Camden Fairview. Ben McKinney walked in the last inning, and that walk drove in a run. So no outs. Ben McKinney to the plate. Max Bradshaw at first base. That pitch tails outside. Stockton's got his sign. Again, he throws that one. Runs a little high and away. And two balls, no strikes. And Cardinals not being very aggressive on the base pads. Max got a little lead, and he's not really acting like he's threatening to go at this point in the game. Top of the fourth inning, Camden Fairview leads it 11-0. McKinney stands in at the plate. 3-0 count. I figured Ben's going to make him throw him a strike, and that one comes in down the pipe. 4 strike 1. 3-1 count. And the pitch, and McKinney hits that one down the third base side and knocked down by the third baseman, but he couldn't keep it in his glove, and that moves Bradshaw over to second base. McKinney on with a infield single and brings Dason Conley back up for Camden Fairview. Wind blowing up dust out here, and umpire calls time. Going to have a pitch runner over there for the catcher, or a courtesy runner for the catcher. Going to be, look like Chris Randall stands in over for McKinney, and Dason squares bunts. Nice bunt. Nobody covering first base again, and Dason bunts his way aboard to load the bases for Zach Moorhead. Moorhead to be followed up by Mariuzzi, who hit a grand slam his last trip to the plate. So Mari loved to get Zach on and have an opportunity to get back up there. So bases loaded. Here comes the pitch to Zach Moorhead. He lays off a high fastball. Nice job. Those are hard to lay off of when you can see them so well up there. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. We're in the top of the fourth inning here in Prescott, and that pitch finds its way into the strike zone. And that pitch finds the inside corner, so Zach behind in the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Anything close now for Zach Moorhead. Kicks, delivers that one outside. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded here again for the Cardinals. They spent most of the last inning with the bases loaded till Mariuzzi cleaned them off for them. And that pitch, swing and a miss. Moorhead goes down swinging. And here comes Utzi back up to the plate with the bases loaded. All right, Mariuzzi stands in, bases loaded. He hits that one high and long into deep center field, and that's going to be another grand slam home run from Mariuzzi. He hit that one straight over the wall in center field and watched it go, and that's back-to-back grand slam home runs for Mariuzzi. All right, Drew Bostic steps up to the plate. Time called, and the Prescott Curly Wolves pitcher or coach going to go out and talk to the pitcher. Just settle him down a little bit. It's get in your feelings a little bit when you get two back-to-back grand slams by the same person in consecutive innings. That can cause you to want to go play golf. So Drew Bostic, he stands in. Camden Fairview leads now 15-0. And first pitch to Bostic, and he swings and hits that and rolls over on it. It's going to be a dribbler down to third base. And Drew's going to beat it out. The throw to third off the mark, and Drew beats it out. And safe at first is Drew Bostic, brings Peyton Schroeder up to the plate. And we're going to have time called. I think they're going to do a courtesy runner for Drew Bostic and probably get him dressed up to go behind the plate or come out of the game, possibly. I'm not sure what they got going on now. Brody Dowell's going to come in and run for Drew Bostic. Probably will not see Drew Bostic behind the plate tonight. Cardinals leading 15-0, 4 games this week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday games. So probably going to see a lot of new faces start to come into the ball game here in the following innings. Charlie Lewis looks like he's up in the bullpen for the Cardinals. He is getting warmed up. Looks like that's Daniel Chambers. That's who he's throwing with down there, Daniel Chambers. Peyton Schroeder swings at that one, fouls it off. He's got a 1-1 count now. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Camden Fairview leading 15-0. That pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Michael Betts waits on deck. And that pitch outside. Three balls, 1 strike. Peyton Schroeder going to make him throw him something. He swings on that one, rolls it over, hits it to first, fielded and steps on first. No throw to second. Peyton Schroeder grounds out. Brings Michael Betts to the plate. Michael had an RBI single back in the 3rd inning. And Michael swinging at the first pitch. He hits that one just on the left-hand side of the foul line down the third base line and Gonna send Brody Dow back over to second. Michael stands back in. He'll try it again. And no ball, 1 strike count. We've got 2 outs. Camden Fairview up big here in the game. 2 grand slam home runs by Mariuzzi. And Camden Fairview up 15-0. And that pitch outside. Count even at 1-1. Here comes the pitch. That's in for a strike. That pitch falls outside. Michael Betts lays off of it. We've got a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. We're in the top of the 4th. Kick delivery low, runs it full. Full count, payoff pitch. Brody Dow on second. Let's see what he does. That one's in the dirt, bounces away from the catcher. Dow not going to even attempt to go over to third. He's just going to stay put, and Michael Betts in with a walk. Matthew Reynolds back up for Camden Fairview. He had an RBI single, actually 2 RBIs on that single back in the 3rd inning. And Matthew swinging at the first pitch, hits it deep into center field, but center fielder there to end the inning. But Camden Fairview, another big inning. They leave 1 stranded. They get 5 across, and no, they get 4 across on the grand slam by Mariuzzi, and they're going to the bottom of the 4th, up 15-0. All right, new battery for the Camden Fairview Cardinals. Charlie Lewis on the mound. Daniel Chambers behind the plate. Whole new setup here for the Cardinals. Everybody in the game is new. First pitch, swing, hit to center field. Quentin Browning, now your center fielder. He runs over and makes the catch. Got Charlie Lewis on the mound. Daniel Chambers behind the plate. Greg Robertson over at first base. Elijah Scantling standing in at second. Third base is Jackson Wilson. Shortstop looks like swing and a miss by Mixon. Herman Gill at shortstop. Left field, Brody Dow. Center field, Quentin Browning. And Chris Randall maybe out in right field for the Cardinals. So Camden Fairview up 15-0. Giving a whole new squad an opportunity here to play tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And that pitch stays high. Two balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the Cully Wolves half of the 4th inning. Camden Fairview in control. And that pitch driven to left field. Brody Dow just takes 2 steps back and hauls that one in for out number 2. Hard hit baseball, just one of those atom balls right at Brody Dow out there in left field. Rhett Bollinger now to the plate. Daniel Chambers is going to walk out and have a conversation with Charlie Lewis. Lewis has got the sign he wants. He kicks, delivers. That ball comes in just a little low in the zone. And that pitch hit to third base, fielded by Jackson Wilson. He throws across and gets the final out of the inning. Throw is in time over there to first base. So Camden Fairview sees 3 batters, puts 3 batters down, and we're headed to the top of the 5th. Camden Fairview still in control, 15-0. New pitcher for the Prescott Curly Wolves, Rhett Bollinger. Elijah Scanlon to the plate for the Cardinals. And that pitch high at the eyes of Scantling. He lays off of it. Ball one. Here comes pitch number 2 to Elijah. That's had some move on it. Elijah swings and misses, runs the count to 1-1. Here comes the pitch from Bollinger. That one misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike count to Elijah Scantling. I call him savage. I think everybody should. Here comes the pitch, and Elijah fouls it back. Bollinger delivers that ball over the head of Scantling. I believe that's 3 balls, 2 strikes. I think the Curly Wolves have given up on running the scoreboard out there. And that pitch outside, and Elijah's going to get a free trip down to first base. Going to bring Daniel Chambers to the plate. Daniel behind the plate now for the Cardinals. All right, that pitch down the middle. Daniel Chambers hits it up in the air, and it's going to be trouble. And Elijah Scantling held up on the pop-up, and it dropped and hit the ground. Elijah gets thrown out over at second. It was going to be one or the other, either a out on the batter or an out on the runner. With the ball hitting the ground that close to the bag, Elijah didn't have much of a chance. So that's going to bring, I believe that's Quentin Browning. That is Quentin Browning at the plate. First pitch to Quentin outside. And Quentin swings at that one, fouls it back out of play. Hits the roof of the batting cage over there. 1-1 count. Camden Fairview leads 15-0. And Quentin swings and misses at that pitch, and he's got 2 strikes on him. Daniel Chambers over with his lead. That pitch hits Browning. And that's going to put runners at first and second for Herman Gill. Herman Gill coming over from the basketball team. He's been a late add to the staff. We knew he was coming, just had to have basketball over with. Camden Fairview went deep in the playoffs. Herman Gill was hot in the playoffs, one of Camden Fairview's leading scorers there, and that pitch from Bollinger way high. Catcher jumps up, snags it out of the air, keeps it from going to the backstop, leaves the Camden Fairview runners put. One out here, top of the fourth inning, and that pitch gets away from the catcher, but he keeps it in front. Two balls, no strikes, one out. We're in the Camden Fairview half of the fourth inning. That pitch high and tight gets away from the catcher, goes to the backstop. Camden Fairview runners not moving. Pitch by Bollinger. That one in for a strike. Bounces off the glove of the catcher to the backstop. Camden Fairview. Okay, catcher's got some equipment issues. His mask looks like it's something is broke on it. They're going to swap it out for another one. One out. Runners for the Cardinals. Daniel Chambers at second base. Quentin Browning over at first base. And Coach Austin May making his way back over to the third base coach's box. Herman Gill stands in. And Gill hits that one off the tip of the bat. Back to the pitcher. Pitcher fields it, throws to third base, and gets Chambers, the lead runner. Nice job by Bollinger to field it and go to third with it to get the lead runner. Chris Randall now coming to the plate for the Cardinals. Chris Randall swings, big cut at that pitch. That tailed outside on him. No balls and one strike. And same pitch, and Randall swings and misses at that one, and he's in the hole 0-2. Quentin Browning at second. Herman Gill over at first base. 0-2 count, two outs. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Camden Fairview in control 15-0, and swing and a miss, drop third strike, but it's an occupied base. And that is going to be it for the Cardinals in the top of the fourth. We're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. Camden Fairview leading 15-0. All right, Jaden Pirtle to lead it off for the Curly Wolves here in the bottom half of the fourth. Swings at an off-speed pitch from Charlie Lewis for strike one. Wind again kicking up here in Prescott. Pirtle swings at that one, pops it up. Catcher is under it in foul territory for the first out. Nice job by Daniel Chambers getting in there, making the catch for the first out. Charlie Lewis kicks, delivers, and that pitch runs inside. The batter is Dalton Stockton. That pitch grabs the outside corner. And Stockton with a 1-1 count now. All right, Charlie Lewis throws that pitch. It's hit up the middle by Stockton. That's going to be a base hit. Stockton drove that one up just over the left side of second base into short center field. And Stockton starts it off for the Curly Wolves here in the bottom half of the fourth with a base hit. And pitch is a strike to the Curly Wolf batter. Stockton steals second base. He's in safe at second. Number 16 is your batter. That pitch outside. Curtis Stockton. Curtis Stockton now batting for Prescott. And swings and misses at that one. Ball bounces away from Daniel Chambers, but he's on it quick. Keeps the other Stockton in his spot out there on second base. Here's the pitch. Curveball, and Stockton swings and misses for strike three. Charlie Lewis comes set. And that ball, nice job by Daniel Chambers to keep that. That one was in the dirt. Daniel put that glove across his body and backhanded it to keep it from going to the backstop. Charlie Lewis, he's got his sign. He's looking back at Stockton, but he's not going anywhere. Curveball misses outside. That one runs inside. Owen Glass, your batter. 3-0 count now to Owen Glass. And that pitch in for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. All right, Charlie Lewis trying to get himself out of a 3-0 count. He's got it now 3-1. Runner at second. And that pitch low. And that's going to be a walk and send Glass down to first base. Curly Wolves have runners now at first and second. Justin Culp going to come in and bat for Spencer Hubbard. And he swings at the first pitch, fouls it over off the cinder block wall on the visitor's side here up first base. No balls, 1 strike now. Justin Culp, your batter. curveball and just missed. Culp held off and didn't swing at it. Gets past Chambers to the net, and runners move down to second and third now. Prescott's got runners now in scoring position. And that pitch stays high. Charlie Lewis looks in. He's got his sign. Kicks, delivers that pitch in for a strike. It's swung on. And that ball hit off the tip of the bat, fielded by Herman Gill over. Oh, wild throw, gets past Randall, and 2 runs are going to score. Culp goes on over to second on the error throw there by Herman Gill. Nice play by Gill to field the ball, and just a little wild on the throw. Like I said, he's just coming over from basketball. He's not even in baseball mode yet. That's why they're out there playing. 15-2 now, your score. Clayton Mabry stands in, fouls that pitch off. No balls, 2 strikes to Mabry. And that pitch comes in high in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Charlie Lewis has his sign. He kicks, delivers, and that ball comes in low, bounces away from Chambers. Runner going. Chambers throws down and not in time. Culp safe at third. Two balls, 2 strikes to Mabry. Charlie Lewis pitches it. It stays high, and it runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. All right, here comes a pitch from Lewis. That one misses the mark, and that's going to put runners at the corners for the Curly Wolves. Broden Richardson now going to be your hitter. Broden Richardson for the Curly Wolves. Charlie Lewis runs the runner back over to the bag at first base. Charlie going to kick, deliver, and throws strike 1 to Richardson. And fouled off at his feet. That pitch fouled into the net. All right, Charlie Lewis got his sign. Runners at the corners. Camden Fairview leading 15-2. That pitch, nice curveball, just didn't fall down into the zone, stayed high. A lot of movement on that pitch. Good looking pitch, just didn't find the strike zone. Charlie Lewis working fast. He kicks, delivers, and fastball low. And swing and a miss. And that is the last out of the game. Camden Fairview is going to win the ball game 15-2. 15-2 is your final score. I think this will be the only game of the evening. Camden Fairview will be back in action tomorrow night. This is a game added to the schedule. Not going to be on your schedule if you're looking at one, but Camden Fairview going to be at home tomorrow night to play Columbia Christian. Not sure of the time. We're thinking 5 o'clock. Could be 4:30. So we'll have it on the stream, and I would check about 4:30, see if we're on. If not, we'll be on at 5. Again, Camden Fairview travels down to Prescott. They win this game 15-2. 2 big grand slams by Mariuzzi, and he puts several runs on the board for the Cardinals. Others contributed as well. Good piece of hitting by the Cardinals tonight. A lot of offense, and they looked good. Again, we'll see you tomorrow night. Camden Fairview wins over the Prescott Curly Wolves 15-2.